Hey guys, welcome to the Church of Aliens podcast. I'm Mark, and thank you for stopping by today. Since this is the first episode, I want to talk a little about what this podcast is about and what sort of things I'm excited to talk about. So, a little about me. I grew up a Christian and have been part of many different churches in my life. Some have been very charismatic and open, and others very conservative. But I've always had a keen interest in the UFO subject and the paranormal. Around the time I was 12, I bought a copy of Whitley Strieber's book Communion in a Salvation Army store. I think it was 50 cents, something like that. And it was both entertaining and terrifying. I remember reading his abduction story and freaking out every night before going to sleep that a group of aliens would take me away and probe me on their ship. It was crazy. But reading this book was kind of like a gateway drug to a lot of my other interest in the paranormal subject, like cryptozoology, ghosts, and all those sorts of things. And even though I'm not sure if Strieber's story is completely true, it was a story from another world. I've also been very interested in what Christianity has to say about the UFO subject. And in general, the main answer is that if these things exist, they are demons. Even today, a lot of Christian communities and church leaders have spoken out about the recent confirmation from the Pentagon around a month ago. And it always comes down to the idea that if these objects in the sky are clearly not from God or man, they must be sent from Satan. Unsurprisingly, a red flag comes up in my mind when I hear this explanation. For me, it's quite funny to imagine Satan and his minions being up in space with tools and equipment, building UFOs like a super advanced construction company, and then driving them around Earth and annoying people. While this idea could be true, it doesn't satisfy. So I've been listening lately to what Tom DeLonge and his company To the Stars have to say about the release of the 3 UFO videos, since they released them. This includes the gimbal, the go fast, and the Nimitz footage. It seems to me that in many interviews with the TTSA team, especially Tom, that they shy away from saying exactly what these UFOs are and just want to put these out for the public to digest. They do say, however, that they are unlikely to be from a foreign or domestic government because they clearly defy our laws of physics. But I've been digging up some early interviews with Tom DeLonge that he did for Coast to Coast Radio a few years ago. And he does divulge some more information on what they could possibly be. Some of his views are that the ETs are part of different factions wanting to influence the human race for various purposes. An example of this would be how in history world wars have been influenced by certain ETs, influencing certain countries and people, politicians as well. Also, the ETs influencing people through religion, wanting to hate each other and kill each other over their beliefs. In most interviews, DeLonge mentions that the UFO phenomenon are largely bad news and actually cause harm to people. A completely inverted view on this would come from Dr. Stephen Greer. In his documentary Encounters of the Fifth Kind, which was released about a month ago as well, he reveals that not only are these ETs friendly, but that they want to communicate with us and have a relationship with us, especially using the CE5 protocols that Dr. Stephen Greer teaches. So it's not surprising that in the documentary, Dr. Greer is highly critical of TTSA and what Tom DeLonge are doing, affirming that their plan is to create a fake alien invasion to instill fear in the public regarding the UFO phenomenon. Regardless, many different people have had different opinions on this subject for many years. I myself have had no experience with the UFO or the paranormal per se, but I do think I've had some more spiritual experiences. But maybe there's no difference. Who knows? Well, this has been the first episode of Church of Aliens. It's been kind of short, I know, and brief, but I want to go into more depth on many different topics and issues, whether it's in the Christian worldview, church culture, or the paranormal and aliens. And I hope you enjoyed it, and comment and subscribe and share, and I'll see you next time.